Hey, hi. So here I am to talk about the economics. So the very first thing in economics that they talk about the earliest thing and the earliest philosophers that were talking about the economics were not about they were talking about the money system and the any other system. They were talking about the property. So property isn't mean the lands and any kind of steps where we build kind of houses and kind of hotels and kind of things. The properties are tangible things. uh, Now, like in we are living in a uh, 21st era where we can say some kind of a intangible thing as property in a technical way, but in back then that kind of a thing, the internet thing was not available, so the intangible property was not available, but now it is available. But we are not talking about tangible and the intangible property. We are talking about the ownership of the property, how it should held. So I'm holding a cup to give you an example. So the very so one of the biggest philosophers and the one of the greatest philosophers in the history of the time was Plato, and also the Aristotle, of course. And there was some kind of a contemporary. So their philosophy is there some kind of different, but in economics terms they have talked about the property things. And Plato said that property should be held in common, like how Karl Marx said. But we have seen in the Russia that when they propose that kind of idea, and like the thing is that when you held the property in common, everybody use that kind of a thing, but nobody serves that property and do such kind of a thing to benefit to other people, individuals. So in that kind of thing, the property that owned by community or the society, it no longer exists as a careable thing. So in that way, so Plato was not right, and also the Karl Marx, because we have seen in the Soviet Union and the Soviet China, I would say. And in the defense of that thing, the contemporary philosopher Aristotle said that it should not be, because it should not be because the the logic behind that thing is that the human behavior, that how they perceive as a property, is that if you don't, if you believe that the part of any property is a common and you can use, everybody can use it, you will going to use as much as you possible, and you will going to care for that thing as less as you could be. So in in today's eras we don't have any kind of a common held properties, but we have some kind of a government held properties. In that property, cause they are held by government, we don't tend to say some kind of a realize that this also some kind of related to us, so we don't serve any kind of a thing to it. And when that kind of things comes to private property, we care as much as we can, because that is some kind of a us thing, and that all things belong to us. And we think that if I'm going to put some kind of effort, it will going to benefit only me, not the all the things. Because let's say, for example, if property is held by four individuals and that is a private property, and only one is making some kind of effort, he would feel that if I'm making all the effort, shouldn't it be legal as be my property, not the all four individuals, because the other three are not making that kind of a effort to that property. So this is some kind of a human tendency. So in that kind of a thing, the Aristotle concluded that it should be private. Any kind of a property, I'm not talking about the tangible or intangible, any kind of a property, it should be held in a private, so that it can benefit the society and it can prosper the society in a better way. And if it is going to be in a commodity or the in held in common, uh, it will help the society, but not in a greater way, not in a innovative way. So yeah.